souls, welcome to Tarot Physics, your space for cosmic insight and transformative tarot readings. We're going to focus on Capricorn placements, 10th house placements, as well as Saturn placements, okay? For the month of June 2026. Okay, so you already know the dealio. We're going to be using the spread deck, of course. You can purchase that on social media. On Etsy. I may use this for 10th house energy, okay? This spread deck, but we'll see. Just kind of wanted to show that to you guys. Also, for the tarot, we're going to use the Mystical Forest tarot cards, as well as the Crystal Message cards, and possibly with Intuitive Kev's Kipperish deck or another oracle that I may see fit. So let's kind of get into it. This is going to be for June 2026 for Capricorn energy. The energy is really heavy today. All right, that solar plexus is coming out, so that's really going to be highlighted today. Let me see something. Let me zoom a little bit out for y'all. Okay. All right, so y'all can see. All right, 1:11 on the clock, just saw that. We got what I need to know. We have vision. And we have challenge. Okay, make sure you're checking your Capricorn placements. Bottom of the deck, lessons for the deck, sacrifice. All right, so this is gonna be a deep month for Capricorn placements. All right, depending on where it is for you, we'll see, but let's get into it. Let's clarify solar plexus. All right, see where you need to put your energy at. We got manipulation and health concern already coming out the gates. Clarify solar plexus. Actually, I'm gonna use a different deck. I purchased this off of Etsy, by the way. It's called Connection to Ascension. Okay, Ascension. I think that's right? All right. We have source. That's crazy because your solar plexus is your divine connection to source. Direct. Other than your crown and the messages that you receive with your connections directly, messages from source, divine, from God, universe, whatever you want to call it. I say God, whatever I don't care. But Tower. There's a need to, we'll get into it, but there's a need to drink water. There's a need to cleanse your solar plexus, all right, or recharge. There's a drain or a leak there, okay? It looks like you need to either amplify the connection, heal the connection, cleanse the connection. It's something about literally your divine connection to source, and that is your solar plexus. So some of you, depending on what this is going to be about, this is pertaining to your mental focus, your mental clarity, your actual focus, your drive, your willpower. Okay, it's almost like that ambitious energy. Some of you may not feel like, I'm gonna clarify more. It could be either way, because some of you, it's almost like your ability to keep pushing yourself is building up, it's increasing. Some of you may feel drained, and if you feel drained energetically, especially surrounding that source energy, that willpower, that push through energy, you need to cleanse your solar plexus. Okay, all right, what I need to know, we have shadow work. Bottom of the deck, you have curse removal. Split the deck, yes. Meditation, them chakras again, death. So you're ending something here when it pertains to wherever Capricorn is in your chart, you're ending something there, okay? You could be a sun Capricorn, it doesn't matter. All right, your 4th house could be Capricorn, okay? That type of thing. But it looks like you're ending, you're ending something, or you're doing a little bit of work to close something out here. Yeah, something that is for your protection. New moon here. Okay. I'm getting a lot of messages. There's something that you're going through or you have went through that was to protect you. But I'm gonna see. This has something pertaining to do with the new moon. Clarify vision. We have addictions. Let me make sure that was in reverse. No. Vision addictions here. This is definitely a highly spiritual. Let me see. Challenges, forgive. There's a hard time with releasing something. Someone's having a hard time with releasing something. Summer is very much so significant here. Brave and bold, detox here. Past life, sips tea, let go of control, and harvest time. You have something coming in for you, okay? This may not necessarily come in during the month of June. It looks like what you're going through is the process of letting something go internally and externally. So whoever you are, you've either recently disconnected from something or someone, or an old way of doing something. So let me break it down. And this is just an example. If you have Capricorn in your 4th house, which is very, very, very karmically aligned, right? Capricorn literally sitting in your 4th house is sitting in its opposite sign, its sister sign. 4th house is ruled by Cancer. So it's like, and 4th house rules family, it rules bloodline, it rules it rules a lot of different things. And for it to be Capricorn, especially depending on what Capricorn is in, if it's Capricorn and Saturn, this is definitely a situation of breaking some type of ancestral lineage, habit, a way of doing things. Something is breaking. Okay, you're breaking something. Something is causing you to be more disciplined in certain areas, and we'll get to that in 4th house energy. 10th house energy. But with this in particular, you're closing out something, okay? Yeah, that's crazy. It came out. You're breaking a cycle here. You're breaking a cycle. Yeah, this is something to do possibly with a marriage, a connection here. And because, okay, I see. Because you're breaking some type of generational curse here, or something that has been like possibly even like a principality, y'all. Okay, a principality is a demonic spirit entity that is laid over a bloodline, or a group of people, that type of thing here. It looks like you're clearing that out. This is why you're tired. I get it. You're so close to breaking some type of cycle in your lineage to where you're being spiritually attacked on a couple of different levels, okay? Clarify shadow work. Yeah. Cut cord. You need to do a cord cutting, okay? So by the time you see that, exactly, protection, and that's that new moon. You need to do a cord cutting from something or someone, okay? Maybe just from your lineage, all right? I know some of you have seen where, and some of them, they're powerful. Some of them, whatever. But you can do an actual lineage cord cutting. But also, this also seems immediate to me. It doesn't even feel like, I feel like someone may need to actually do a cord cutting from someone in particular. I'm not getting just from your lineage, but some of you can do some of those cord cuttings. Just make sure you know what you're doing. Clarify cut cord and protection. Yeah, something may be trying to block you from doing that here. Look, spying. You gotta, yeah. Whoever I'm talking to, this is a principality, okay? This is a principality. This is an energy, a spirit that has been kind of traveling from person to person in your bloodline. Some of you may be learning the lessons that the people before you, who came before you, did not learn. That is why it's been harder on you. You are the generational curse breaker. It just is what it is. It is a honor, but it is not easy. Okay. Clarify addictions. Yeah, stay away from negative people. They have a problem for every solution. Meditation. So, okay, there we go. That's what I was saying. I don't think it's necessarily the line itself. I think it's from certain people that you need to kind of cut your cord from, like cut your energy from. Maybe you've done that recently, and that energy is, you may feel heavy now ever since you possibly did that. Somebody could have already done a cord cutting here. Yeah, you've already done it. You already know what you need to do to an extent. Yeah, trapped. Because you probably were in a situation here around people, and it just kept holding you back. Okay? Holding you back. And I feel like now you're in a better, because that's the trap. You have the green light to go. And I think something is balancing out for you here. Your attachments to people, things of that nature. Some of you with vision here, some of you have to see, either you're going to see something that exposes someone, okay? Because this vision is coming out to me as like your physical sight, but also what's being exposed to you, especially if you're like someone who has premonitions, okay? It feels like, and premonitions for your bloodline, for yourself, for your children, like you see things, you know what I'm saying? And I feel like you're being shown something or someone specifically. But what I've also been seeing a lot is what a lot of people don't say is that King of Swords energy. That's a masculine principality, entity, spirit, okay? I've seen that in the tarot for the collective lately. So I don't think Capricorn is the only sign or position that's going through this, but I do believe it's heavy for Capricorn right now because of whoever you are. Your house where Capricorn sits is very strong, especially the planet, especially the ruling planet matters. So if you got that Capricorn Jupiter energy, yeah, something is definitely breaking, something surrounding your growth, your expansion. Now we have forgive. Now with forgive here, with bigger coming out, and then you have new home in reverse, but then you have vacation here. There's something with new moon here. I feel like with new moon, winter, third party, crystal healing, dark entity, loose lip sync ship, and karmic here. This is a couple of different things, so I want to kind of break it down, but I do know for a fact this is preparation for the new moon. It seems like you need to protect your manifestations, your intentions around the new moon, okay? You need to protect that. The reason why you're getting hawked right now, the reason why there's so much opposition, 12-12 on the clock, in your energy right now is because something is shifting in the with this new moon cycle, this new moon in Gemini, okay? Something is shifting. Yeah, something about past life is being corrected, and you had, I'm telling you, whoever you have, this is bigger than a negative Nancy, a woman, or a karmic man, or a woman. This is a principality, a specific entity that has been bound to you, attached to your bloodline, to you, okay? And your lineage, and you're breaking it. You're breaking it. So it's trying to wear you down because something is coming in for you. This new moon cycle is shifting here for you. Okay, it's trying to, healer, protection, and lust is keeping you from what's been holding you back, dating the wrong people, leading with the wrong energy. So if you've been suffering from lust, things of that nature, or you may fall for men or women who are lusty, things of that nature, that is ending here with death magic at the bottom of the deck. That is coming to a complete end. I feel like with trusted here, things are clearing out here. Yeah, legal. Things are balancing out here with occupation. So I don't know what it is that you're working on or what it is that you actually do. Something is balancing out for you. Some of you, this could be in your literal job or what you do. Something about what you do is breaking some type of curse in your family. I feel like you're taking back the spiritual power in your bloodline. So when somebody got off course back in the day, that's what happened. And everybody's been getting off. They've been easily distracted. They haven't been teaching their people the right things, the children the right things. And what I mean by that is nobody's preparing children spiritually, possibly in your bloodline, to be better equipped to handle people in the spiritual realm as well as the physical. They're not doing that. Then you got the ones that go too dark on the deep end, and then they run to religion. They run to church because they can't handle the darkness, or they can't handle any of it. You know what I'm saying? That type of thing here. So yes, it was a woman somewhere down the line in a lineage that brought this curse in. Okay, yeah, endings. Look, endings, bliss, emotional pain, Ice King. Yep, mature man and confusion here with abandonment. That's what happened. It was a feminine energy. She got off course. Yep, community, or a community of people something down a line here, a woman or a masculine, depending, an older masculine went the wrong course, and it basically cursed the bloodline. It cursed the bloodline, but that's being cleared up with you. It stops with you. It doesn't happen with your children. It stops at you. Of course, whoever you are, you've been through some things, okay? It has not been easy. Like I said, being the generational curse breaker is an honor, but also heavy. It's heavy. Okay, lovelies, let's look at 10th house energy. Let's see what's being highlighted in your career, your purpose, your direction this month in June. Let's see what we have. Let's use the finance one. Let's see what's being highlighted in career, purpose. Okay. All right, we have investment opportunities. We have opportunities to consider. Okay, so some doors may be opening this month. It says how to attract money, so we'll see what that's about. And we have management advice, so that's definitely career. Bottom of the deck, we have how to align myself with money. With the deck, can I afford this? All right. I know it's kind of leaning into that second house energy. All right, a little, but hey, let's see. Let's see. All right, investment opportunities. Let's see what we have. Show me. Actually, this one's a little better for this. Investment opportunities. All right, we have trust coming out. We have time. It's just so many, but anyhow. Clarified investment opportunities for 10th house placements. We have gift, balance, and planning here. So this is you investing into something. Yeah, no games, but this is you getting serious about it. This is like locking in energy, okay? With theft here. I feel like you're being serious because something has been taken from you a lot of times. So opportunities that have shown themselves to you you've been robbed of them. So during this time, this is a time to, it looks like something is coming in for you. But this looks like something that, the reason why I said it looks like it's something from you is because it says planning, okay? And it says no games, and then it says theft. This is you locking into that energy because you've been suffering financially or career-wise for so long here, okay? Some of you, there may have been a job loss here, and it looks like there's a new possibility work-wise for you, but it comes from you, okay? Let's see, opportunities to consider. We have trust. So you need to trust the opportunities that are coming in, okay? Some of you may not necessarily agree with all of them. Somebody is definitely upset about this. Anger and crying here, but oh well, whoever you are, there's a huge energetic shift here happening in your space. Yeah, trust. We have family. We have free spirit here, and we have liar here. Bottom of the deck, blocked. So what's happening in cleansing? Exactly. What's happening right now with me pulling on this energy here? It looks like whoever you are, your family has an idea of what you should do, how you should do it, things of that nature, but that's not for you. That's not your path, okay? Whoever you are, this may also be your situation here where there's something that you're good at that you just need to do. Some people just gonna feel some type of way. It is what it is. Yeah, because you have distant future here with house. This is going to help, once again, your path, your destiny, your purpose. That's that 10th house energy. Okay, so whoever you are, you're on the right track. It just does not look like that to the people outside of you, but it has nothing to do with them. Because look, achievement here and unexpected money. So you are being guided to take the opportunities here that are at hand, that are in front of you. You don't need to let them fall by the wayside. You don't need to second guess yourself. You need to move forward and go from there here. But with blocked and cleansing, this has a lot to do with you possibly having to move away from your family line. Okay, people in your direct family. Okay, you may not be able to tell everybody what you're doing. Okay. We have fall and scam. It says how to attract money. Bottom of the deck, leap here. This is you. Once again, it says trust. What is leap? What is the fool? This is blind faith, blind trust in God, in the universe, that God is going to support you moving forward, okay? With fall and scam, I know you're kind of like, what? How is that? How to attract money? You know how you attract money? This is like going into hibernation and being strategic. All right, being strategic, doing what you need to do, and keeping your mouth shut about what you have coming in. Also manifesting. We have love spell here. Whoever you are, okay, boom. Let's look at it like this. Marjorie from Game of Thrones. Very charismatic. That is how, you get what I'm saying? That seems to be a way for somebody, whoever you are, you need to use your attributes. Use the things that you know. Okay? Use all the tools at hand. Okay? Whether that's your personality. People love your personality, then you need to build relationships. You need to connect. Okay? You need to connect with people. All right? Clarify fall and scam. We have travel here. Some of you may actually need to physically move. Some of you may even need to move physically from a karmic masculine energy here in order to better establish. Exactly. I'm talking to a feminine energy about that. You're dealing with a karmic masculine, someone that's blocking your money here. You also need to kind of be quiet, because even though fall is harvest, okay, that's harvest. That's you pulling in your manifestation, obtaining them on a physical level. Fall is also hermit energy. It's also sit back, relax, okay? Because you have ritual out here, you have faith here, you have Ice King, transition, healer, karmic masculine, opposition. You have a masculine energy in your space here that's trying to work against you, okay? Yeah, look, it came out again. Wow, this came out from the beginning, from the original. Some of you need to kind of stick to your own plan and separate and detach from something or someone energetically. You need to allow things to shift. Okay, let's clarify. Management advice. Management advice. Wow, that's too much. Water sign energy is out here. I just saw water. So you have a water 10th house. But let's see. Water sign 10th house. Clarify management advice for 10th house. We have love unconditional here. College here. Tired. Jezebel. Clingy. With unconditional love, management advice. So this goes back to charisma. You need to show your charisma, your charismatic energy here. You need to, if you don't know who Marjorie is, I need you to, I forgot what season Game of Thrones is, but you need to watch the whole season with Marjorie. Okay? Because Marjorie was on top of her game, honey. Okay? Until Cersei got mad. Yeah, Queen of Swords. This is being assertive, clear-minded, direct, but also in a loving and caring way. Whoever you are, yeah, the magician. Very strategic mentally here, okay? That's that Marjorie energy. Marjorie gives heavy Libra. So you can have a Libra 10th house. Marjorie gives heavy Libra energy. But this is an energy of needing to possibly come with, someone needs to show more care, okay? More love, more understanding, instead of trying to control something. That is how you're going to be able to control something in your favor here. Now it says, how do I align myself with money? The bottom of the deck here is college. So with the deck is tired. It says, can I afford this? So depending on what it is that you're trying to purchase or you're trying to come to, it says you're drained. It says that you may need to sit back and relax when it pertains to purchases that don't align with your regular bills and schedules, okay? Now, with how to align myself with money being at the bottom of the deck, and this clarifying the bottom of the deck with college here, you can have an air 10th house, okay, with leap and control and intuition. For some of you, there's something that, if it's not physical college, it may be a trade that you may need to take on, okay? But if you have a half of a degree, so if you have a 2-year degree or you're 1 year left in to get your bachelor's, or 2 years left, you need to go back to school, okay? You need to go back to school. You need to go back to school, literally. You need to go back to school. That is how you're going to obtain your wealth. Whoever you are, you could be an actual sun heir, but you may have a 10th house heir. You need to go back to school. Whoever you are, you may be someone that is supposed to educate people. Okay, I do feel that energy. You have Scorpio with the Death card here, and Queen of Pentacles, Capricorn. With the 10 of Cups, Pisces here. Okay, you got strong Libra energy here. 5 of Wands, Leo with that 3 of Swords. You got Libra again. It feels like some of you may even have to do a change in career. Some of you just may need to evolve, what it is, okay? You may need to evolve, but let's look into Saturn, okay? Saturn energy for June, and see exactly where we need to be discipline-wise. How do we obtain what it is that our desires are wanting? You know what I'm saying? How do we get that? So we need to see, how are we showing up? How do we need to move more with discipline and strategy this month, okay? Okay, y'all. Let's look into Saturn placements for June 2026, all right? Remember, the 10th house and the Saturn, like the house and the planet is usually collective, as well as the zodiac, but you know, hey, this is for everyone. These readings are not specifically for a Capricorn, okay? I do want to put that out there. All right, let's see. Let's see, how do you need to move with more discipline this month in June 2026? All right. We have sacrifice. Ooh. Your task, focus. Okay. Focus was on the top. Let's see. Accomplishment. Bottom of the deck, blockage. Split the deck, my daily card. So this is something you're going to have to take on daily, in the sense of discipline is it seems to be a part of your day-to-day this month. Something that you're going to have to implement day-to-day in order to accomplish your goals. Okay. Yeah, look, Capricorn, you can have a Capricorn Saturn. So sacrifice here. So the sacrifice is more discipline. It seems like anything that is not aligned with this is needing, I'm going to clarify that, but the way I see it is that things are going to have to be sacrificed, because there's more discipline and authoritative energy that needs to happen. There may be a need to kind of, certain attributes, characteristics about oneself, and especially when it pertains to rigidity and things of that nature, because that stuck out to me here. That could be sacrifice itself, but discipline is very strong when you may be called to sacrifice something to become more disciplined. But I'm gonna look into it. I'm gonna clarify focus. Whoever you are, this is for your growth. You have a Sagittarius Saturn, 5th house. You can have your Saturn in your 5th house. This is for your desires, your manifestation. So yeah, some of y'all are gonna have to sacrifice some people, places, and things for the betterment of yourself here. Yeah, Aries. Look, look, 10th house. Look at this. For your career, for your path. No more fun and games here. Aries Saturn. Okay, y'all can have Saturn in your 10th house. You can have a 10th house Capricorn, Sagittarius, or Aries, specifically Aries in your 10th house. North Node, your North Node could also be the same sign as your Saturn. This is about your destiny, your purpose. What you're going to have to sacrifice is the BS. So focus on your growth, spiritual and physical, but this seems to be more so physical and material in a sense. Clarify accomplishment. Yeah. 7th house here in Gemini here. So you have a 7th house Gemini, or your Saturn could be in Gemini, or your 7th house. So some lessons here in love and your romantic partnerships, as we saw before. We saw some of that earlier, where somebody needed to release someone because they're holding them back. I knew it was material. Your 2nd house could also obtain your Saturn here. But the reason why, because look what's at the bottom of the deck, blockage. So this is how I look at it. I look at it like this. This is clarifying your blockage here, right? This is being exposed to you or shown to you. Your Sun and your Saturn could be the same sign, and or your North Node, since that's peeking out. But what's blocking you from obtaining your material wealth is your discipline, okay? This could also be a lesson in your life, what we saw earlier in the first one, around the wrong people, connections. You're gonna have to sacrifice some of these relationships from people in order to go to the next level. My daily card is trying. So if you want things to flow in your life and to become better, It seems like this is pretty to the T. Because what's being blocked is your material world, your growth, your possessions. You're not obtaining what it is that you want. You can't buy what it is that you want to buy. You can't obtain it. You can't build it because someone is lacking discipline here, okay? There's a need to be very clear here. Now, with Ice Queen in reverse, that's what I was saying. Too much rigidness here. There's a structure that may need to be dismantled for someone, okay? Yeah, because someone is not thinking clearly here with concern here at the bottom of the deck and bondage here, protection, enamor, divination, rising star, hello, star seed. Some of you may need to sacrifice someone. That's what it's giving. Your intuition is telling you this. Yep, because of who you are. This could be a masculine energy, okay, that needs to get sacrificed, or a feminine energy that needs to get sacrificed. Somebody's not seeing, somebody is just too... They're losing the plot, okay? They're being led off path here. They're forgetting their why. Some of you need to remember your why. Some of you need structure, priest. Some of you need structure, okay? Yeah, karma. You've already gone through a test. You've already gone through the lesson, a hard lesson. Some of you, this lasted 2, 7, 10 years. If not months for some of you. But you need to kind of, emotional pain. Starseed, mature man, the veil here with expectation here. Whoever you are, the expectation of something coming easy is not happening. Okay? Some of you, you're masculine. You've been dealing with a feminine principality. So women have been your Achilles heel. Women in your family. Women in your life that you allow into your romantic life, your connections, or in your career. And it's all because of what you bring, what you have. Some of y'all need to just leave them alone right now. Like this seems to be a period for individuals with this strong, heavy, especially if your Saturn is Gemini, Aries, Sagittarius, or Capricorn. Right now it's not the time for a relationship. You're healing something here. Something is coming into balance here. Something is also being exposed here. There's a connection that's coming in for you after you get this down pat, after your career gets balanced, after your material world gets balanced, okay? Because it looks like somebody has to become more serious about what it is that they want, where they want to go in life with that Sagittarius energy.